Welcome to this weekend's trivia quiz. Today's quiz has 10 rounds of 5 questions each. You'll have 10 seconds to answer each question, or pause if you want more time. Coming up, 80s bands. Slogans. What comes next? Capital cities. Natalie who? Disney. Sporting firsts. Victorians. One title, 2 songs. And paintings. Grab a pen and paper to keep your score, and let's get started. Here we go. Round 1, 80s bands. Identify 5 bands who started out in the 80s. That's Guns N' Roses. That's British band Depeche Mode. That's Bon Jovi. That's the Bangles. And our final 80s band is The Smiths. Round 2, Slogans. Name the products from their advertising slogans. Whose slogan is, "The best a man can get"? That's the slogan for Gillette. Whose slogan is Vorsprung durch Technik? That's the slogan for Audi cars. Whose slogan is, "How do you eat yours"? That's the slogan for the Cadbury Cream Egg. Whose slogan is, "The makeup of makeup artists"? That's Max Factor. And finally, whose slogan is, "What's the worst that could happen"? That's the slogan for Dr. Pepper. Round 3, what comes next? Can you work out the next one in the sequence? What comes next? 1, 4, 9, 16. The next in the sequence is 25, as they are the squares of consecutive natural numbers. What comes next? Alpha, beta, gamma, delta. Next is epsilon, as they are the letters of the Greek alphabet. Who comes next? Henry VII, Henry VIII, Edward VI, Mary I. Next comes Elizabeth I, as they are the Tudor monarchs of England. What comes next? Rat, ox, tiger, rabbit. Next comes the dragon, as that is the order of the animals of the Chinese zodiac. Who comes next? Greta Garbo, Monroe, Dietrich, DiMaggio. Next comes Marlon Brando, as they are the iconic names mentioned in the Madonna song, Vogue. Round 4, Capital Cities. Identify the capital cities from their skylines. That's the skyline of London. That's Tokyo. That's the skyline of Ottawa. That's Mexico City. And our final capital city is Reykjavik. Round 5, Natalie who? Identify these well-known people called Natalie. Which Natalie had a 1988 hit with the Bruce Springsteen song, Pink Cadillac? That was Natalie Cole. Which Natalie played Anne Boleyn in The Tudors, and Marjorie Tyrrell in Game of Thrones? That was actress Natalie Dormer. Which Natalie released the album, Left of the Middle in 1997? That was Australian singer Natalie Imbruglia. Which Natalie played Jacqueline Kennedy in the 2016 film Jackie? That was Natalie Portman. And finally, which Natalie played troubled teen Judy in the 1955 film Rebel Without a Cause? That was Natalie Wood. Are you enjoying today's quiz? If so, why not like the video and subscribe? It's free, and it really helps the channel. Now on with the rest of today's quiz. Round 6, Disney. Which actors provided the voices for these Disney characters? That was the genie from Aladdin, voiced by Robin Williams. That was Mrs. Potts in Beauty and the Beast, played by Angela Lansbury. That was the lion Mufasa in The Lion King, played by James Earl Jones. That was Queen Elsa in the film Frozen, voiced by Idina Menzel. And finally, that was Thomas in Pocahontas, played by Christian Bale. Round 7. Sporting Firsts. Name the sporting legends who achieved these notable firsts. Who was the first person to run a mile in under 4 minutes? That was Roger Bannister. Who was the first person to get a televised 1-4-7 break in snooker? That was Steve Davis. Who was the first player to get a hat-trick in a FIFA World Cup final? That was Jeff Hurst, playing for England. Who was the first woman to achieve a tennis Grand Slam in one calendar year? That was Maureen Connolly. And finally, who was the first golfer to get a televised hole-in-one? That was Tony Jacklin. Round 8. Victorians. Name these 5 notable figures of the Victorian era. That's the lady with the lamp, Florence Nightingale. That's American President, Abraham Lincoln. That's playwright and poet, Oscar Wilde. That's inventor and engineer, Nikola Tesla. And our final Victorian is French stage actress Sarah Bernhardt. Round 9. 1 title, 2 songs. 2 artists, 2 songs, 1 title. Can you name them? Name the song title shared by Stevie Wonder and Altered Images. They both had 1981 hits with songs called Happy Birthday. Which song title is shared by The Cars and R.E.M.? Their songs were both called Drive. Name the song title shared by Olivia Newton-John and Dua Lipa. They both had songs called Physical. Which song title is shared by David Bowie and Lady Gaga? Their two songs were called Fashion. And finally, name the song title shared by Lana Del Rey and 21 Pilots. They both had songs called Ride. Round 10. Paintings. Name the artists who created these famous paintings. That's the Mona Lisa, painted by Leonardo da Vinci. That's The Persistence of Memory, by Salvador Dali. That's The Girl with the Pearl Earring, painted by Johannes Vermeer. That's Girl in Mirror by pop artist Roy Lichtenstein. And finally for today's quiz, that's David Hockney's painting, Mr. and Mrs. Clark and Percy. Hope you enjoyed today's quiz. Thanks for playing. How did you do? Share your score in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more quizzes. See you next time.